Both Kanye West Sunday Services and traditional Christian churches gather on Sundays. Both use gospel music. Both speak about faith. Yet visually, they look completely different. Why? Traditional churches rise upward, tall ceilings, steeples pointing towards the sky. Inside, the pastor stands elevated at the front, while the congregation sits in rows facing one direction. One focal point, one vertical axis. Kanye's Sunday services look completely different. The spaces are rounded, domes, hills, circular formations. The choir forms a circle. The audience surrounds them. Instead of facing forward, everyone faces inward, towards a shared centre. So what does this visual difference actually mean? Because architecture and spatial design are never neutral. They shape how we experience authority, community, and even the idea of the divine. A bit of context matters here. In 2019, Kanye released Jesus is King, an album centered on gospel themes, faith, and redemption. Around that same period, Sunday service gatherings began to take shape. These early services were small and invite-only. No sermons, no collection plates, no formal prayers. Just Kanye and the Sunday service choir, led by him and conducted by Jason White, transforming his music into gospel-style performances centered on community and spiritual emotion. Kanye has said, God placed this in his heart. Years earlier, during a hospital stay, he wrote down, "Start a church in Calabasas." To him, it was worship through music, not a conventional church. Then it explodes. From private gatherings to massive public performances, including the iconic Easter Sunday service at Coachella. What began as intimate became architectural, and the visual language became even more intentional. Now, let's put the visuals side by side with traditional church services. Traditional Christian churches rise tall. The architecture itself projects upward. Vertical spaces naturally direct attention upward and forward, creating a sense of structure and hierarchy rather than collective gathering. Inside, the layout is linear. The pastor elevated at the front or altar, congregation in rows facing one direction. Energy flows from the leader outward, clear structure, direction, authority. Kanye's Sunday services use rounded spaces, arenas, domes, natural hills that curve inward. When he was initially set to headline Coachella in 2019, he demanded a giant custom dome be built in the festival grounds. When organisers said it was impossible, he pulled out of the headlining slot. The dome form was non-negotiable for him. For the Easter performance, they met him halfway. A man-made grassy hill, a rounded mound of earth and grass that echoes a dome. The choir forms a perfect circle at the top. The audience surrounds it, all facing inward toward the centre. No steeples piercing the sky, no raised pulpit, no single focal altar or cross. Instead, the emphasis is on human connection. The choir swaying as one, no single leader. Matching robes in muted earth tones replace formal hierarchy. Visually, the focus shifts from individual spotlight to shared presence. Celebrities like Justin Bieber or Marilyn Manson blend in with covered faces. Kanye often turns his back to the crowd. This isn't entertainment for us. It's devotional, done for the act itself, honouring whatever lives in the centre. Ego vanishes. Everyone is equal. Lights are even, soft. No harsh beams on one star. Energy draws inward and multiplies right there in the shared space. Given Kanye's well-documented attention to visual design, it's unlikely these choices are accidental. Shape, light, colour, and stage design all appear carefully curated rather than random. And if the visuals are intentional, then the shapes are part of the message. Architecture doesn't just hold a service, it shapes how people experience the divine. Traditional Christian setups align with divine masculine energy: phallic steeples, tall structures, outward projection. It stands for action, structure, drive, innovation, pushing forward, expanding, changing the world. Instead, Kanye's visuals align with divine feminine energy: rounded domes and circles that contain and hold. Picture a womb, a maternal protective space. Energy pulls inward, gathers and builds from the center through connection. It's receptive, nurturing, emotional, communal. The lyrics emphasize faith, redemption, Jesus, masculine in focus. The album is literally called Jesus is King. But look at the spaces, the circles, the soft lights, matching robes, inward attention, and equality without ego. They honor the feminine, gathering, nurturing, letting things grow and multiply together. Kanye is honoring the divine feminine in these services, not replacing the masculine. The songs still push toward God and change, but creating balance by inviting receptive energy. Why? Because the feminine multiplies. It receives, nurtures, and returns something far greater. Plant a single seed, and it is carried and grown into a full child. In a world focused on achievement and forward motion, honoring the feminine adds healing, emotional depth, true community, and greater creative power. If you want more ideas, riches, influence, whatever, you turn to what multiplies it. The visuals make this clear. With Kanye, nothing is accidental. This connects to a pattern that runs through Kanye's entire life. He consistently elevates and draws inspiration from the women who have nurtured him. First, his mother Donda, his deepest emotional anchor and creative spark, the one he named entire projects after, then Kim, and now his daughters. That honoring of the nurturing feminine is woven into everything he creates. Sunday Service lyrics center on Jesus and masculine themes of faith and change. But the visuals, circles, domes, inward focus, soft containment, equality, honor and worship the divine feminine. It's drive combined with nurture, creating something deeper and more healing. Kanye honors what multiplies. Next time a Sunday Service clip crosses your feed, you may notice something new. Not just a musical performance, but a carefully designed symbolic environment shaping how worship feels, not just how it sounds. If this peek into symbolic psychology intrigued you, subscribe for more on the visual language of everyday things. Like if it resonated, and I'll see you next time.